You might be overpaying for some common monthly expenses. So in this video, I'm gonna cover some ways that you can save money without having to sacrifice too much. Especially now in the middle of a pandemic, you may be trying to cut costs, but you also may be relying on something like Netflix to keep you sane. So instead, I'm gonna cover some ideas that you might not have thought of. This first tip is for iPhone users. Go to your settings and tap on your Apple ID. Then tap subscriptions. Here you can see all the subscriptions that you've signed up for through your iTunes account. Here's the trick, and it may be a loophole that they might close soon. But here you can see all the subscription options available for that app or service. For instance, I have Apple TV Plus at $5 a month, but I could switch to the annual plan for $50 a year. Now, saving $10 on an annual subscription is a pretty common discount, but for certain apps, you may find the same exact subscription for way cheaper. Now check this out. Here on Duolingo, we can see all the subscriptions available at different prices. Rachel saw this and switched to the $60 plan instead of the $84 plan. Same exact thing, saving $24. There's literally no difference other than the price. Also, while you're here on your subscription page, you might as well cancel anything that you might have forgotten about or just don't use anymore. Next up, we have Truebill. If you aren't familiar, Truebill is an expense tracker, but where it really excels is recognizing monthly subscriptions and then helping you cancel them. This gives you an idea of how much you're spending and where you may be able to cut costs. You can really see all those monthly subscriptions starting to add up like crazy. Now, they'll also notify you when they detect larger than usual transactions. So for instance, the other day I got a push notification. It was a $1,700 charge on my credit card. Wasn't sure what it was, and it turns out it's my old gym that accidentally billed me for an entire year. So I emailed them and had that refunded in no time.
And you had that guy fired.
And I had that guy fired. No, I didn't. Another great thing about Truebill is they'll help you negotiate better rates on things like your cable or phone bill. The way it works is if they're able to negotiate a better rate, they'll take 40% of whatever they save you for the first year, and you'll save the 60%. I tried it out on our Spectrum internet bill, and unfortunately they weren't able to negotiate a lower rate, but they said they'd try again over the next month. Truebill is free to use, but I did subscribe to the premium plan, which is $5 a month and it lets you easily cancel some subscriptions. Either way, free or premium, it's definitely worth checking out. And if you want an alternative to Truebill, check out Trim at asktrim.com. Okay, so there's obviously some essential things that you can't really get rid of completely, so let's talk about how to lower those costs. If you have a car or house payment, consider refinancing. Right now, interest rates are super low, so you may be able to save thousands over the course of your loan by refinancing. Now, there are some costs associated with refinancing usually, so look into it, but it might be worth your time. Many cell phone providers offer discounts to employees of certain companies. For instance, when Rachel here worked at Starbucks, she was able to save 20% on our AT&T bill just by working there. This will work best with larger companies, but definitely check with your cell phone provider. They may offer a discount that you didn't even know about. In the same vein, see if you're eligible for autopay discounts. I saved $10 on our phone plan by signing up for autopay, and then it's one less bill I have to worry about. Win-win.
Consider win-win.
Win.
Now, if you're anything like me, you probably still share a Netflix login with a family member or old roommate or something like that. But you may want to consider doing that with other services like Spotify. Spotify premium membership is $10 a month, but you could sign up for a family plan with 6 different accounts for only $15 a month. Now, you're technically all supposed to be living in the same household, but I haven't run into any issues with that. With Hulu, you can stream on 2 different devices simultaneously. With HBO Max, you can do 3 different ones and have different profiles for every person. So consider combining memberships with friends or family members to save some money. Okay, if you're really trying to cut costs and none of these methods really work for you, you might want to check out the app Hoopla. The way it works is you sign in using your library card, and if you don't have a library card, you can probably sign up for one online. I did it here in LA in about 2 minutes. Then you have access to a huge library of audiobooks, ebooks, music, movies, TV shows, etc. You get access to each medium for a set amount of time. So for this Wes Anderson movie, for instance, you get that for 3 days. Now for audiobooks and ebooks, those are good for 21 days. And if you want to listen to my favorite album of 2019, you have that for 7 days. There's some great audio business books too, if you're into that sort of thing like me. Now the downside is there are monthly limits on how much you can check out, but it's really hard to complain when you're not really paying for it. There's a few other similar apps like Libby and LibriVox that you can check out as well. Last but not least, you can save money by having your significant other cut your hair for you. Nice. Thanks, babe. Looks great. Anyways, I hope some of these ideas help you save money. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already. Hit that thumbs up button. It'll really help me out, and I will see you in the next one. I feel like Skrillex or something.
Yeah. Like, you seem like you'd be in the band that I don't like.
I was.